Welcome back. This is part 4 of our quick start guide to getting your face-to-face class ready for online. In this section, we're really going to look at how you pull all of the work that we've already done together in Canvas. So I'm going to exit out of this presentation and go into a Canvas course. For online learning, the best way of organizing content in Canvas will be in the Modules tool. And I will say that from this point forward that I'm working on the assumption that you have never logged into Canvas before. So modules are chunks of content. So if you remember back to the second part of this series, we talked about the need to break material up into chunks. To create a module, you click on the plus module tab. Let's just call this week 1 post-COVID-19 break. And then I add the module. In Canvas, there are a number of different types of content that can go into a module. I'm actually going to start with a page, a content page, by clicking the plus and then page. And I'm going to call this Introduction to Week 1. Page is basically a website within Canvas where you can put content. It can be text content, you can embed video, all sorts of things. I might, after this, have a second page that is going to be, oops, I clicked the wrong plus button. Another page that is going to be content. About how to plan research, let's say. And then after I have them view that content, I might imagine having them watch a movie or a video off of YouTube that is relevant. I might have some content that I write up. I might decide that the next thing that I want them to do is have some discussion amongst themselves. So I'm going to choose discussion. And give it a title, and I'm going to add. And you can see that I'm slowly building out my module here. The next step is to put the content into these different pieces. So I can click on the link here. You can see all I have is the title. So I click Edit. And I'm going to add some material. You can see here, I'm sorry, I'm just having you watch while I type, but I wanted you to see how you actually create this. I have basic text, and I've got learning outcomes for this particular module. So then I can either save it, which will allow me to come back and work on it, or I can save and publish, which will make it available to students. And then I can click Next. And I can find here on YouTube. Oh, look at that. I'm making a research plan video, and I can select the link. Oops.
This is a lesson on making a research plan.
And I can come back here into my module. Plan. Then click Next to go to a discussion assignment. And I paste the link there, and I save it, and I publish it. And you can see now that video is there available for students to view. Once you have finished building out the pages in your module, and I will show you very quickly what the other options are, you can have an assignment, you can have a quiz. The difference between quizzes and assignments is that quizzes really are like tests. They can be set to be timed. Assignments are more the kinds of things you would collect, papers, projects, etc. You can add a file, which would be anything that you can upload, Microsoft Word document, PDF, video file, audio file. Pages we've already discussed, discussions we've discussed. A text header really is just it's text that the students see, and that's all. So I might put here, and you can see that just gives them instructions that we've reached the end of the module. You can add an external URL. So if I wanted them to visit www.cnn.com, I can put that in here. We'll call it CNN. CNN. And that would simply add a link to the CNN website. I'll cancel that. And then the final thing that I can do is an external. I would not worry about those unless you already know what that means. Once your module is completely built out, you need to make sure that it is published by clicking on the little button right there. And then you need to make sure that your course is published by clicking on the Publish Course button. By default, the module structure will be the front page that students see. There are other things that you could do, but for the moment, I think that the modules is probably a good place for the students to begin. Hope that helps. Jessica O'Brien and I will be more than happy to help a great deal more with building Canvas pages. This was simply intended to give you an idea of how all of these things can be pulled together. Be in touch with us if you need more help, and above all, be safe and be well.